Excuse me. First of all, y'all, happy Thanksgiving to each one of you tomorrow. So, so, yep, happy Thanksgiving. Always, always be thankful to those who are around you. So, excuse me. So, anyways, yep, happy Thanksgiving to all, and I hope you all enjoy your day tomorrow. As I'm recording this, this is Wednesday, November 25th, 26th, actually. Yep. So, anyways, and with all that said, on to today's sports fun video, which by the way, what's up guys? perrydew07 here. Welcome to my newest episode of This Week in perrydew07 Sports Realm. Got some F1 for you who just raced at Las Vegas this past, well, technically it's a Saturday nighter. And of course some NFL Week 12 as we preview week number 13. I'm gonna start with the F1 first. Max Verstappen, for the second time in the 3 years racing at Las Vegas, takes home another win in F1. Which and now George Russell second, Kimi Antonelli third, Charles Leclerc fourth, and Carlos Sainz fifth. Now originally Lando Norris originally finished second, and Oscar Piastri originally finished fourth, but because of McLaren's double disqualification, which these two awarded no points. Therefore, and because of that DQ, Verstappen apparently is back in the fight for his potential fifth straight title. So, so now I think it's about to get a little spicy in the last two rounds of the season as they head to Qatar this weekend. Now, of course, um, now could Lando potentially win the driver's title? Yeah, he could, but he's got to outscore Piastri and Verstappen for pretty much the entire weekend there. He's going to have to outscore them if he wants to claim the driver's title this weekend. So, hey, anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyways, now on to the NFL. Week 12, let's go through the scores. Let's start with the Thursday Nighter. Texans beat the Bills 23-19. And then on to the Sunday games. We had the Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. We had the Chiefs took overtime to beat the Colts 23-20. Then we had the Seahawks barely squeaking by, although I wouldn't say squeaking by because they were pretty much ahead pretty much the whole game. Anyway, they beat the Titans 30-24. We had the Packers blowing out the Vikings 23-6. And then we have Detroit only take overtime to beat the Giants, 34-27. Then we have the Patriots beat the Bengals, 26-20. But the Bears they beat the Aaron Rodgers Steelers, 31-28. And then on to the 4 o'clock games, 4 o'clock or later games, we had the Jaguars beat the Cardinals, 27-24, though albeit took overtime. We have the Browns beat the Raiders. Shador Sanders' first start, but the defense stood. But defense is really what. But defense really is the reason why the Browns won that game 24-10 over the Raiders. Which of course they end up firing. Which of course the Raiders they end up firing Chip Kelly afterwards. Anyways, we have the Falcons beat the Saints 24-10. We have Cowboys came back from 21 down to beat the Eagles 24-21. And then we have the Rams beat the Buccaneers. This is a Sunday nighter, 34-7. And then of course the Monday night game, we have the 49ers beat the Panthers 20-9. Now on to week number 13, which of course, it's Thanksgiving. So let's start with the Thursday games. There were 3 of them. Lions beat the Packers. Lions play the Packers in Detroit. The Kansas City Chiefs travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And then the Thursday nighter, we have the Bengals travel to Baltimore to take on the division rival Ravens. And then Black Friday, we have the Bears travel to Philly to take on the Eagles. And then the Sunday games, we have the Rams take on the Panthers. We have the Cardinals travel to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. Then the Falcons take on the Jets. Saints take on the Dolphins. Texans take on the Colts. We have the Jaguars travel to Tennessee to battle with the Tennessee Titans. And then the 49ers taking on the Browns in Cleveland. We have the Vikings travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then we have the Raiders take on the Chargers. The Bills travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers should be back in that game. Should be back for that game, but although I'm not fully sure about it, but they should be back for that. Although he should be back for that game, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, and then we have the Broncos take on traveling. The Denver Broncos travel to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Commanders / Redskins. Um, and then lastly, we have the Giants travel to New England to take on the Patriots. So anyways, have a great rest of the week, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. Until then, be and travel safely if you're traveling to see your loved ones. Yeah, travel safely, people, please. Thank you, and have a good day. Have a great rest of the week, everyone.